Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do a match review instead of sitting down and editing through the match day vlog because I'm not quite sure how coherent that was, and this is easier, faster. I'm spending time with some family and it's going to be easier because today was a weird one. I went through a lot of emotions, good ones, bad ones, and even worse ones. So let's start from the beginning. I think the team was interesting. I was very upset that Hugo got obviously a groin injury, so he couldn't play. We had Gaza in goal. I thought Hugo has been vital to us the last couple of weeks. I think he brought much needed stability to our already shaky defence. I thought without him, obviously, we'd have never kept a clean sheet against City. And overall, I just think he brings a lot to the team that we just don't know about. And I think there were a lot of things today, not necessarily the fact that he would have kept a clean sheet or he would have kept out some of the individual goals, but the last couple of games he's definitely been a key player, and the fact that we missed him was a huge blow for us. So that was one thing. I thought the rest of the team was fine. I thought playing Sanchez and Tanganga made sense because they were our fastest, youngest players. I think we saw with Jan Vertonghen that he's been slow lately, so sadly, he's not his usual self. And Toby's good, but again, he's not that fit either. He's not a spring chicken either, so let's put it that way. And I think there was nothing wrong with that. I think individually they had decent games. Collectively, obviously, we conceded 3 goals, but that's a team thing in the end of the day. We just, as a team, can't keep a clean sheet, and that is the biggest problem. I thought Davies did all right considering he was against Traore. I think Aurea did all right. He made a couple silly things, but then he scored a cracking goal right before half time to make it 2-1. I thought that was fantastic. And the thing is with Aurea is that we can do that sort of thing instinctively, unconsciously even. He just doesn't think about it. But then his conscious decisions are sometimes so wrong. But anyway, that's just who he is. I think ultimately, we just gotta make the most of the players we have right now and the team we have right now, because we're getting down to skin and bones. Anyway, that was that. And then the midfield, I thought, Winksy was our captain. I thought he did a pretty decent captain's performance. I thought he ran around the pitch a lot. He showed some captaincy and he made some vital tackles, and he showed the passion he has been showing a lot lately. I rate him. I think he did well. I think Lo Celso is just such a magician, and I wish we could just give him the ball all the time and he could just run on and do his thing. But there's nothing wrong with how he played. And Bergwijn obviously got the nice tap in for our first goal. I think he faded a bit towards the second half. To be fair, I think most of the team did. I think Delhi, he started off all right. He had that beautiful header in the second half. Oh, I wish that went in. It was inches wide, but that didn't happen. I think the last couple of games we've seen there's more like Delhi's brother than Delhi playing, so don't know what's going on there. Lucas, oh my goodness, Lucas more appreciation minute, because this guy is an absolute godsend and he runs himself to the ground. He does not fail. Even when he's on the ground, he keeps the ball. I think a couple of people did that as well. And when we were on the high during the game, that's what I love the most. That I saw some of our best and worst performances in one game. I thought we started off very strongly. Let me get back to Mora. I think Mora was tackled and fouled too much, and that's an injury waiting to happen in my opinion, because that guy, I don't know how much of a beating he's taking, but he's been amazing, and the effort he puts in up front is brilliant. I'm so loving it. He jumps for the ball, he runs for it, he puts pressure on, he keeps it, he tackles it, he heads it, he does everything. He's amazing, except he doesn't score lately, but we still managed to score 2 goals. And as I said, I think going back to the overall game, we started off very well. I love the pressure we put on. I saw there was a game plan, and clearly we trained for a week and that worked out. And you could see it, and then we scored, and it was great. And I was just thinking, okay, fine, I can get on board with this. I can get on board with us doing something. I mean, who couldn't? It looked good. It looked fun. We were playing for each other. It's kind of like we knew who was where without even looking. It was beautiful. And then we conceded. But it's not just conceding a goal and going back to the drawing board, being like, okay, let's go back to how we used to play, how we just played 1 second ago, 5 seconds ago, before that all went in. Let's just keep the pressure on, keep playing what was working. No. This is one thing that annoys me so much, is we concede a goal and we just crumble. We just crumble, we forget to play, we don't know what's working, and we just don't put pressure anymore, we don't make the tackles anymore. we just crumble and fall into ourselves, and that was so frustrating. So after they scored, pretty much up until right before the break, we just didn't play. Right before the break, we started playing, and then Aurea out of nowhere produced an excellent goal. What a cracking goal that was! It was a beautiful strike. It was so instinctive and he's a right back. He shot it with his left. It was a beautiful curling goal. Honestly, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous, and I wish the guy could do that more often, be more instinctive like that, because I think some of his conscious decisions aren't the best, but that one was gorgeous. So that was brilliant, and we went into the break a little bit lucky, but I thought we could have, taken the warning signs from the first half, being like, hey, this isn't going to be easy. I mean, Wolves are a decent side. But no, we didn't really make a change. I was like, okay, fine. We don't make a change. It's okay. I thought around 60 minutes, I would have expected a change. I saw the spark was a little bit lost. I didn't think we were that innovative. I didn't think we were pressing that much. We didn't look so good as we did in the first half. And I was expecting a change. I would have loved to see a Lamella. I would have loved to see something like that come on, but no, we didn't. And Wolves kept knocking on the door, and then they equalised. And I was like, okay, fine. They equalised. Let's get over it. It was coming. Let's make a change, please. Let's, make sure that if we're satisfied with the draw, which I'm not particularly sure I want to be satisfied with, but it's better than no points. Let's bring on some defensive players and let's see this game out, because there's nothing wrong with grinding out a result. But no changes were made. Okay, fine. And then they kept knocking on, and they kept knocking. And I mean, let's be real, the ref had an absolutely atrocious game, and I've seen some poor refereeing displays this season, but this was, oh my goodness, the linesman, the ref. There was a clear push. We should have had a penalty, but no, he doesn't give a penalty. And then they go and break, and then they score, and it was 3-2. And I was just like, I'm just give up. I give up. I'm fed up. There's nothing left to enjoy in this game, because it's one thing if the referee, it's one thing if my team loses. It's one thing if we don't play well. But if the referees, and there were constant decisions, like it wasn't just that. It was free kicks that were awarded against us. There were yellow cards that weren't made from the first minute. All sorts of decisions that could have regulated this game so much more. And it's one thing when you lose out of your own accord, or if the other team's good, but if the officials who don't know the rules of the game don't apply it as well, like, I'm sorry, that 80% of the time it just ruins the game and takes the whole fun out of it. Anyway, so that's how we got a 3-2, and then we decided to make some changes, and we brought Ndombele, Getson, and Parrott on. Bless Parrott, he only came on for like, 2 seconds. But it didn't make an impact at all. I'm sorry. And Ndombele looked weak. He looked nothing. And Getson looked... I don't know what kind of players we bought, but they're not fit. They're not match ready. They're not Premier League ready. They're just not ready. The whole squad is just... I just don't know where it is. So anyway, I just don't know why we didn't make subs earlier. Maybe they weren't fit, maybe they don't last a half an hour. I don't know. But something was not working, and we needed to change it, but we didn't. And... it's just more catastrophe waiting to happen. Lucas is going to be the next one to get injured, probably. I just don't even know. I mean, we're down to skin and bones at this rate. I mean, I don't even know. So Norwich is going to be a very weird one now on Wednesday. If the game's good enough, then you'll see a match vlog. If not, I'll just stick to reviews, because quite frankly, I don't have the energy now to sit down in front of a computer, import all my footage, edit it, put it together, and see a frustrated face, because that's not fun. Not fun for me, not fun for you. I hardly sang today. There was no fun. I'd rather just sit down, talk through it, and then get a video out, and then get on with my day, because a lot of enjoyment has gone out of football for me, and a lot of my days go by without me hardly even thinking about football, and I'm way more interested in the non-football side of the world right now, because yeah, that's the sad reality. So anyway, as I said, yeah, let's hope we can do something, because it'd be brilliant. At least the FA Cup could go our way, because I think we can say goodbye properly to top 4, top 5 now. Maybe there was a sliver of a hope, but we really should have beaten Chelsea for that. Well, back in December, but we should have beaten Chelsea earlier, and then we should have beaten Wolves today if we wanted any hope of that. So I think that's gone. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I think my players, I thought Dyer played very well. I forgot to mention Dyer, who, he's a midfieldish player, but also drops back. He dropped back into the back three, made a back three rather, and I thought he played very well. I was very proud of him. I thought he'd put in a decent performance. He was solid. I know a lot of people don't rate him. I do rate him. I think he's a good player in there. I don't think he's a lavish player. He's not going to be your Agueros or your top players, but I think he does a very decent job, and I think he did a very decent job today. So I think Dyer in the back. I think Lucas up front for sure. I think the Celso. I think those are the three players who can hold their heads up high after today. A lot of the players can hold their heads up high for certain moments and then not so much for certain other moments. But in the end of the day, you win as a team and you lose as a team. And when we were good today, that was a beautiful team performance. And would be something I could be excited about. But my problem is that when we concede, our mentality just breaks down. And I can't. I don't know why. I don't know how. And I don't know why we're not fixing it. So that's my biggest problem. It's just so frustrating to watch. It is beyond frustrating to see that, like up until their equalizer, the first one, I was just like, oh my god, this is brilliant, and I loved every moment of it, and it was so exciting, and I loved it. And then we equalized. I was like, okay, fine, we'll equalize, but then nothing happened. As in, like, we just didn't turn up, and it just kills my vibe. Like, I think the whole crowd was up for it. We absolutely loved it. We saw finally some beautiful pressing football and beautiful play, and then it just died down. Anyway, I'm reiterating what I said earlier. I'm gonna call it a day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I hope you're alright with the vlog, as in a review, not a vlog. As I said, hopefully next time I can do a vlog with a decent atmosphere and something better to react to. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you in my next video, whatever that one may be. And come on, you Spurs.